proven safety profile with
compensate for that. But I feel really good about my bare knuckle boxing Ford F-150. I feel like it's pretty much how it was last year. We pretty much brought the exact same setup and then try to experiment and get beat that way. So I'm really happy about it. I think Chandler and I are both pretty happy with our trucks, and I think we got a good nighttime setup. So I don't think we were the best in practice right there. We were really close to the top. Definitely could do some things different on my mock run, but yeah, excited about it tonight.
We'll see ya.
Thanks. Run, but yeah, excited about it tonight.
We'll see ya.
Thanks.
What do you think, Regan and Michael, what he just said? He'd rather get beat with a setup that was so dominant last year versus trying something new.
I think based on what we witnessed last year out of lane rigs at this racetrack, that's a great strategy. Small adjustments for today, and that's it.
Look like to me he's ready.
For today, and that's it.
Look like to me he's ready to brawl.
There it is. Look at all the busy bees. All the busy bees working away, making those final adjustments before qualifying. We'll drop the green flag on qualifying coming up after this.
Alex Palou looks to build on his commanding
And just to have that victory is special.
Well, I love seeing the pictures of that victory. What I really love right here is this hair, though, Michael. And I'm curious, the open face helmet that you had on, how in the world did you fit all that hair into that helmet?
It was a nice helmet. It was a nice pad situation with that hair in there. And, you know, the open face helmets back in the day were so different than what we see these days. And that just shows you how far we've come in racing. But those shots were, I borrowed Dale's car one day. He was, I needed to get practice in and my car wasn't ready. And he said, you can drive mine. And so I hopped in there and he let me take it for a ride.
That's a pretty good friend. You can just borrow his car and hop in it for a practice session.
Kidding.
Yeah, always good to have friends like that.
Yeah,
next to the old number 3. What a cool shot. I love it. The spin and win for Michael Waltrip. Let's check in and hear from Ty Majeski, Amanda.
Well, I have to tell you, we're here looking at that monitor, and Ty Majeski was shaking his head on that haircut and said that was aggressive, Michael. So nice compliment from Ty Majeski. But we're also talking about expectations for tonight. Ty was saying that he was all over this track in qualifying. What will that lend to?
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I mean, IRP is one of the best short tracks we go to. You can go from anywhere from the grass here to the wall, and we were all trying all those lines out in practice. So obviously it'll bode well for a great race tonight. Happy to be here in Menards' backyard here in the Midwest. Have another fast Menards Ford F-150 here at IRP, one of Joe and I's best racetracks. So excited to give it a good run tonight. Feel like we have a solid truck, one of the best we've unloaded with this year. So at one of our best tracks. So excited for tonight, and hopefully put on a show.
Good luck in qualifying.
Thank you.
And he talked about Joe Shear. That's the guy right over his shoulder there in the shot. They certainly know how to get it done. Let's go back and revisit those 2 wins. 23, 24. Here he is in the 98 truck back in those days.
What an aggressive line. He was able just to dive to the bottom of the racetrack and drive to victory lane. Really cool.
And 1 year later, doing it again, getting a back-to-back win at the Raceway Park. And, 2 very different wins, though. Had to go to the back of the pack in 2024, had a violation mid-race there and was able to just drive back through everybody. 2 dominant performances, but had to do them in 2 very different ways.
There's another driver explaining.
Talking with his hands as well as they're having the conversation. And it's funny, Michael, we were joking at one point, if you handcuff a driver, they're not going to be able to talk about their vehicle. It's just not going to happen.
They can't explain it exactly the way they need to. They need all that animation.
Awesome. They're getting ready to qualify, and we're getting ready for Saturday night. It's baseball night on Fox. And this week, the game's biggest superstars take center stage as the Rangers. It's tomorrow at 7 Eastern, only on Fox. All right, so right now, as you get
you want to make sure, as we rode with some of the inboard cameras earlier on in practice, you want to make sure you're smooth with the gas pedal, getting that. Have to be super aggressive.
How about this? He's driving a Ram. It's not one of the factory Rams from Colleague Racing. This is the first time that we've seen this.
That's pretty cool that they've gone down this road and they've timed it pretty well, because the Ram showed up here in Indy with a lot of speed. So you asked that question, Jamie, what are you thinking? Well, it depends on what your agenda is. There's a couple guys that just have to be perfect and put in a good enough lap to make sure they get to compete tonight. And then the rest of the cats at the end of this qualifying session are
36 spots, so 2 drivers will go home.
See the first lap on the Schaefer, a 24.04. That was about 0.3 quicker than what he turned in practice. So doing a nice job as you see him just sliding, and he's been sliding just a little bit too much the entire lap, but
yeah,
did a nice job to find a little bit more speed from practice.
Wasn't able to pick up on lap 2. It'll be interesting to see the trend there. We saw at Wilkesboro it was kind of 50-50. Half the top 5, or excuse me, half the top 10 did it on lap 1, some on lap 2. So that's good when you have those options. If you do slip a little bit more than you meant to, you got a chance to back it up on that second lap.
Justin Carroll making his 3rd start of the season. Finished 13th in his own only ARCA start at IRP back in 2020. A little comfort when he comes to this place.
This truck will need a solid qualifying effort to be able to race this evening. He's one of the guys that is in jeopardy of not qualifying. The top 31 drivers, Regan, qualify in on speed, and the provisionals are set from there, 5 more. So Carroll won't have that provisional to fall back on. He'll be looking at that Schaefer truck saying, I got to beat that guy for sure, and see if we can beat someone else along the way.
And he was slowest in practice. So
but he's not now.
Nope, to the top.
Did everything right on that first lap, and as you mentioned, that he's got to try and beat Schaefer. Was able to do that. And now maybe the green light to just try to get a little bit more out of it on this next lap potentially. And the other thing You
know what I love? If I'm that crew chief, as soon as he crosses the line, I would have to say, go for it. You've done your job. We beat that truck that we needed to beat. We got to beat one more. Give it all you got, but that's a solid lap. I think that's close to 3/4 of a second faster than he practiced.
And that's very difficult to do, Michael. When you have to go out and find that additional speed like that, to go 3/4 of a second quicker than what you went in practice, it's a completely different delta for the driver to figure out, having not made a mock run either.
That's what it looks like trying to go a second faster than you did in practice.
Love the paint scheme on that.
I do too.
It looks so cool on the racetrack.
This is a great opportunity for he and Costner Motorsports to team up and see if he can make some.
Everything we're seeing looks decent out of him, and maybe just a little bit of slide on the exit of turn 2 if you can keep it underneath him here through the exit of 4 to see what kind of speed.
Nice pickup.
That just looked good to me. I mean, I could see he was pushing it, but he didn't overstep it, and the thing stayed up under.
And you don't mind those little twitches sideways, right? It's the big ones that you don't want, and much like what we saw to Justin Carroll a moment ago, go for it on this lap. See if you can find any more.
2025 CRA champ, bringing his skills to the Truck Series. Great job for Casson Everidge.
Indiana native too. That's got to feel good. I'm sure he has some family and friends here supporting him in his debut.
It's something that we heard Lane Riggs talking about with the sun and the clouds and what this.
Here for the rest of the session. This is a truck that sadly missed North Wilkesboro, so Timmy Hill had a great practice session. He's just got to be focused and keep that thing under him. He knows he has the speed. If he just doesn't get loose, get sideways, I would save that for lap 2, wouldn't you, Regan?
Absolutely, and looks like that's what he's doing so far. Really smooth lap here so far.
To the top. 23:33, great lap.
Timmy, somebody who is always smiling when you see him in the garage area. He's going to be smiling after that lap. That's a nice pickup for him, and did exactly what he needed to.
That would have been 4th fastest overall in our practice session, so he's got good speed.
It's a little team that could. People love to see this young man do well.
So far, everybody's gotten it done on lap 1, which isn't really surprising because of how they have to push it for lap 2.
Here's Tony Breidinger. We rode on board with her quite a bit. You guys were watching what she was doing. Seemed to have some really good speed in this truck.
She has to get it done now while the pressure's on. Don't overdo it. Keep the truck pointed in the right direction. Squeeze that throttle down. See, if you yell at it like that, it's going to get it sideways, and you heard that exactly what happened.
And unfortunately, when that happens coming to the green like it did now, now you've messed up. Better that time.
Definitely better.
Second for Tony Breidinger. She will lock in with that time and that lap, so she got it done.
She's after that gas, isn't she, Regan?
It might not have been pretty, but it was fast enough. That's what worked right there, and she's definitely getting after it, but good lap for Tony.
What a relief, because she knows what it's like to be on the other side. Watkins Glen, she missed the field. So
Great
she
job.
is in. She'll carry that Celsius on board for us tonight.
Yeah, we'll get some great onboard pictures from Tony's truck. Great job. That's when it's pressure's on. You got to go perform. Isn't that crazy, y'all? Everything comes down to 23 seconds. What can we do in 23 seconds? And getting that truck into the show is what it was all about.
Michael, you're talking about some of these young drivers and doing the work, getting their degree because they want to work in NASCAR. If this doesn't work to their advantage, well, Spencer Boyd knows what it's like to do both. He's a salesman, he gets the sponsorship, he runs a team, and he drives.
And I think he threw out the first pitch of the baseball game this week somewhere. I watched his skills at that.
See, he's a marketing
That's
man,
right.
too.
You got to do it all.
Was it a strike?
It looked like it was a hanging ball. It got a little higher. Oh.
Spencer maybe just a little bit lower through turn 2 exit than what we've seen some of the trucks that were quicker.
Out of turn 4, see if he gets a pickup here.
I don't think so.
24 flat for Spencer Boyd, good enough for 5th out of 6 trucks.
About the same for both lap times, so a little work to do there to figure things out for that 76 truck.
Up next, Jackson Masenko, the 22-year-old from Cincinnati, Ohio. Who's that young man that's studying?
Masenko has had some big sprint car races. Loves this opportunity to get to go to race with Josh Rayum. See Leverack on the truck there on the hood.
You see way up against the wall come to the green, but he's able to keep it straight as he put the power down off of turn 4, and good start to the lap because of that.
I kind of like that exit.
I love that.
Yeah, and you heard it. It's the first one that we've heard bump the chip. See, tracking a little bit off the pace there, but still a good steady lap. I like his patience with the gas there, just able to squeeze it down, keep the thing heading in the right direction. He'll go second fast.
And that patience, Michael, is what got him to second. As he was tracking through the middle of turns 3 and 4, had fallen back to 5th, and all of a sudden, because of that patience, was able to just drive it forward.
That was a great job for this driver. He put all of his studying and skills to work for that one lap, kept it straight, and then he decided, I'm going to go for it on lap 2, and wasn't quite as fast, but learning. Everything's about learning. This is his first chance at this. Great job.
Jackson Masenko, second. Monty Tipton in the 22. Teammate. 3 career ARCA starts, all this year, with the best finish of 8th back at Kansas. He's the guy we had a shot of him taking the exam this morning, right?
He was working in his trailer already.
I love the fact that He can wear many hats on one day, and I know I wasn't capable of that, Michael. I don't know if you were, but I can promise you I wouldn't have been able to take an exam on a race day.
I think he's doing a nice job managing that throttle. See, he left a little bit of room out there to spare on exit of 2. Keep that thing pointed in the right direction on this lap. And that's a good job. Sixth of the 8 trucks that have gone for Monty.
Just a little bit more speed out of it on this lap. I've only seen one truck so far go quicker on lap 2, and you know, just with this wore-out racetrack makes it a challenge. But he's able to do it and picks up just a little bit on lap 2.
Nice job there for Bare Bones. Frankie Muniz is going to be our next truck to hit the track. 7/10 of a mile, just under 3/4 of a mile.
How fun is his race truck this weekend?
He's got
a lot
fireworks
going on. Yeah, he does. Almost looks like a Travis Pastrana inspired theme.
Cletus McFarlane-esque.
Yeah.
All those crazy guys.
Yeah, that's right.
I can promise you, I've shot plenty of Black Cat fireworks off over the years. I enjoy seeing that on that truck. Had a lot of fun over the years, especially on the 4th of July with those.
Frankie was a 24.71 in practice. That was 37, so he's going to need a serious pickup here.
Wasn't the cleanest start to the lap. A little bit of a stumble there off turn 4. We'll see if he can rally. We know it's possible to go better on lap 2. Not a terrible lap, 23.96. See if he can put together a better lap here on 2 and pick up.
This is just a little bit of correction in the middle of the corner. I do like he was a little bit higher up on the track on lap 2 there. Not going to be any quicker for Frankie. Almost an exact mirror of the first lap.
This truck had next guy coming up, Chris Wright. He had some good pace in practice. So we'll see if he can put it all together. It just looks difficult, Regan, getting the gas down and the tires under you.
Well, and not only do you have to worry about getting the gas down, the tires underneath you, you've got about 6 different lanes that you can choose to go into the corner. So picking which one's going to be the quickest one and the best one, it's just part of what makes this little short track so difficult. We've seen guys lower on the track. We've seen guys like Chris Wright right now, you know, coming to the green up a little bit higher on the track and trying to straight line it. And there's just so many options here at Indianapolis Raceway Park.
9 career short track starts.
Oh, he's in the
Tough
green
to
so
figure
far.
out. Whoa, sideways.
That's what it takes to be in the green. I'm all in. What do you think?
Absolutely, whatever it takes. Let's see if he can get a good exit here.
Second.
Nice lap. Chris Wright, 23.34 on his first lap.
And you know what he's thinking, Regan. I could have been so much better than that. You know, the thing got loose and sideways. I was all over the place. But look at this lap. He's doing a great job of cleaning things up here on lap 2.
Made the nice adjustment off of the second corner. Backed up turn 3 and 4. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get the power down as he got to exit 4, though.
Solid lap for Chris.
So Timmy Hill, top of the board right now after 10 trucks. Plenty more drivers still to come. Hey, that's Ty Dillon talking to Butterbean Queen, who's still to go. You're watching the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. The 14 of Mini Tyrell and his Colleague Racing Ram machine takes to the track. Timmy Hill fastest. We talked about the Rams though, guys, in practice. Really a nice pickup over what we saw last week at North Wilkesboro.
World apart, like totally competitive and even flirting with the fastest in practice. I mean, they've done everything right here at IRP. Minnie had a top 10 mock run in that session. Looks like the truck's really well under him there. As soon as I say that, it goes sideways. But speed, you can see it.
And he had good speed through 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Opted to really try and cut across the bottom. We'll have to see if he changes his lineup just a little bit down in 3 and 4 this time or tries for the same.
Sounded like he got off turn 2 really well. You can hear him just babying that throttle, trying to get it down, and that's why it can only take so much.
Minnie Tyrell, third. We'll keep with the Ram theme for a bit here, boys.
Man, Corey LaJoy. Always fun to talk to Corey about his racing and his truck and what he thinks about this racetrack. Everybody was a fan of this place, Regan.
I'm not sure he was a fan of turn 2 for a brief moment there. Looked like he was on track with a good lap through the middle of 1 and 2 and just struggling. Looks like his teammate on the corner exit just a little bit to get the power down. Goes to 4th quick, but definitely looks like there could be a little bit more if he can keep the truck underneath him on exit here.
No, Corey LaJoy, I feel like he's been around a long time already. He's never raced anything here, so first opportunity to check out IRP.
It's hard to believe, as much stuff as he's raced, that he's never been there.
Oh, did we get the wall there a little bit?
Little kiss? Yeah, he did. Corey LaJoy, 4th quick with the 23.61. Behind.
Let's check this out. 4-wheel drift.
Just a little.
Slightly. Ever so slightly.
I can almost promise you that won't be the worst scrape mark on that truck by the end of tonight.
I think you are exactly right. This could be a cat that's got a shot at this pole.
Justin Haley had his best finish of the season and tied for Rams' best, 6th at San Diego. Top of the board just like that.
That happened fast, didn't it?
Great lap for Justin and backing up what was a very good practice session for him. And he's trying to get more right here. He's wanting to bump this number even a little bit quicker yet. Good exit to 4, just that little wiggle.
Oh, right at the last second, he lost 100th of a second over his first lap, so very consistent. Two and a half miles in length, and he raced the Indy 500 in it.
Is he pretty good around that 2.5 mile track?
I wonder what his brain's thinking right now. This couldn't be any more different, could it?
He's thinking the straightaways at that track are longer than the entire track that I'm at here right now.
He's running a few truck races for Nice Motorsports. Got the call to do this, and he said, heck yeah, that's in my hometown. Get my buddies to come on over from the big track.
It's got to be a great time, though, man, getting to do this.
And a nice pickup from practice for Connor. You see him 7th quick right now as he completes lap number 2. But, you know, I got to think that that's a win for somebody that's not in these trucks very often to go out there, have a decent lap.
Bump him up to 5th.
And even picked up on the 2nd lap. So we talk about guys picking up on lap 2, Michael, learning on lap 1. He's continually learning. That is a fantastic start to the night for him.
Old Butcher down into turn 1. You heard that rev limiter light up. See what he is able to put together. Very aggressive, but yet good traction. I like what I'm seeing here so far.
We know Cole, when it comes to qualifying, has been able to get the job done so many times this year, putting quick laps up, and it's going to be another good one for him.
2nd for Butcher.
2nd by 0.02 of a second.
So close.
That's why that tracker down on the bottom of the screen is going crazy, trying to keep up with all the shifting and differing speeds.
This Canadian driver is learning a lot this year, coming to these places for the first time. Checker flag for Butcher, 23:31. Job well done.
He was better on lap 2 by just a little bit. Got to be happy with that lap, though.
Here a couple years ago in the ARCA Menards Series.
He was well down the speed chart.
Finished runner-up here a couple years ago in the ARCA Menards Series.
He was well down the. See what kind of pickup he can make. Be interested to see what pickup he can make.
For Andres Perez, if he can hold this to the stripe, which he's going to be able to do, so get to the 22
Down into the.
so get to the 22-second barrier, and Michael, we're getting much closer to it now.
I think we do. 2280s-ish. That's when we talk about mock qualifying runs, Jamie, and he was just focused on getting that truck right on the long run. They decided not to take the time to put on new tires, and obviously that was a good decision for this team. He's fast so far.
9/10 of a second quicker than what he ran his quickest lap in practice, which is just, you know, that's a great job from him to have that pickup.
Grant Emfinger never finished worse than 12th here at IRP. Got the win a handful of years ago.
One of those tracks that Grant just lights up when you talk to him about it. He told me at one point that this is a perfect short track in his eyes, that it's one of the places that he looks forward to coming to. And I mentioned to him, is that because you're so good here, as he goes to the top? And he said, well, that might be part of it. Lap 2 looked pretty good for Grant, but got the job done on lap 1. Once he got it up there, that was a very nice first lap for Grant.
It's fun seeing him get some momentum, isn't it? That big win in Lime Rock. And
you know, and you think about their team this year, they needed some momentum.
Yes.
There had been a lot of stuff going wrong for them, and you know, not necessarily just that it wasn't necessarily speed, just having problems during races. And very cool to see as we look at Nick Sanchez. This is somebody I'm excited about tonight. Nick back in the truck series, and he's such a talented race car driver and such a good guy to talk to. And
wow,
he's going to put up a very good lap here.
Did I say anything about the 22.8s? I might have to bump that down to the 6s. What a lap.
Been over a year since he's been in a truck.
22.85. Just a beautiful looking lap too. The thing was smooth and fast.
Look at that wheel.
I mentioned during practice that Nick was with Rev Racing. I couldn't pull the words out of my mouth at the time. They are a subsidiary back in the day of Spire Racing, so a lot of familiar faces there, and worked with many of those guys.
Yeah, they built those trucks all under the same umbrella or same shop. It was all Kyle Busch Motorsports. They made the transition. Rev went away. Nick Sanchez went to the O'Reilly Series. We take a look at the 12 of Brendan Butterbean Queen. I felt like we already had the 4 Rams, but we had that privateer guy. We had one driver, a 5th Ram out there.
Good lap there for Butterbean.
Yeah.
4th quick. This is breaking news for the Ram camp. We got 5 Rams.
The top of the boards in practice for a long time. When he went to make his mock-up run, didn't pick up any, but this lap here that he just picked up a half second.
Great job.
Great job for Butterbean Queen. 4th. Ty Majeski watching on. He'll be coming up. Plenty more truckers still to go here in qualifying. Sutton in the 26 for Rackley War Racing.
Sideways there off turn 2. That's been the theme of this session. Seeing these guys really battle for grip. He'll go 5th fastest so far on lap 1.
Here Dawson into turn 1 on the rev shift, like so many of them are now at this point in the session.
Like he exited turn 2 a little bit better on that run. Swung a little wide on lap 1. Just keeping his foot in it, see if he can pick up. It's possible, we know that. We've seen a few guys be able to better their first lap, but not many.
So Sutton 5th for now. Next up is the 15 of Tanner Gray. 4 starts here at IRP with the best finish of 13th last year.
You know, Regan, I've been talking a lot, and there's still a lot of trucks to go, but I've been talking a lot about the first 3 spots so far. Start to this session for the bow tie brigade.
And I think, you know, as we see Tanner Gray completing his first lap, 5th quick. If you're the Chevy guys, right? They've been working towards this, and I know Spire's showing some really good speed. Grant Enfinger winning a couple weeks ago, but definitely getting a little wiggle getting into turn 3 there, and it's continuing all the way off of turn 4 for Tanner Gray, but definitely some good momentum, you know, for the Chevy teams as we've gotten to this summer stretch.
Yeah, you get loose on entry, that'll get your, you know, you can manage loose off with your foot, but when it slides in there backwards, that'll
it's a little more, a little bit more interesting.
Yes, it
Let's
is.
show you guys this again.
Backing her in.
Yeah, and this is a little bit further through the corner as we're seeing that, but that started about 150, 200 yards prior to that.
Yep.
There's Tyler Ankrum in the 18 for McAnally Hilgeman Racing. This team has just been missing something. We're not used to seeing them run the way they have. We expect them to be in victory lane, to be running up front.
Well, good start to his qualifying here. 5th quick after lap 1. Just flipped up onto the board for him. And, you know, you think about tonight, and tonight would be a great night to not be missing something. Tyler has been extremely good on the short tracks, and it's an important couple weeks here for this 18 truck.
Yeah, he finished 4th here a couple years ago, so that's always good. You know the competition is tough, and you go out there and put a top 5 in the books. I think it gives you a lot of confidence when you study your notes and you do all the prep that it takes to get ready to fire back off here tonight.
So Ankrum 5th as we take a look at his teammate Daniel Hemrick.
Daniel struggled to get the gas down the way he wanted there in 1 and 2. Seemed really bobbing and weaving.
21st quickest in practice, did not make a mock qualifying run, so this is the first.
Go into these trucks, just the tweaks that they're able to make for Regan, you
Else impressive right now, 8th after lap number 1. And trying to pick up just a little bit more here on lap number 2, but I don't remember my first there at the end. A good day, and picks it up on lap 2 to 6. So
Moves
great
up to
second lap.
6th.
That's a good job. Great job, Parker.
Jake Garcia, Thor Sport. See there, 2 poles, Atlanta and Rockingham. Another great qualifier right here in this young man.
And he was 6th quick in our practice session earlier, so has the potential to put it on the pole.
tracking in the red right now. Just continuing to lose a little bit of pace as this lap goes on. Be looking for lap 2 to be just a little bit better than lap 1. So far, nice adjustment, Michael. I like what he was able to do to maintain just a little bit more pace through turns 1 and 2. Made that adjustment as a driver as he got to the corner, and
Another big pickup there. By the 98 this time, moves into 7th.
That was a good job on lap 2, assessing what he had under him.
didn't have the grip that he thought he was going to have, right? And he figured that out pretty quick in turns 1 and 2 and hit the reset button. That's what you have to do.
Michael Christopher Jr., second truck for Elmar Friesen Racing.
He was solid in practice, top 10'd it.
You know, he was on that show for Ram, Race for the Seat. He one of the drivers there. Minnie Tyrell ended up getting that seat. It's good to see Michael Christopher with another shot here as he's 10th on the board.
Sounded like he had a pretty strong lap going and just slipped up off turn 4. We'll see if he can tidy that up, maybe pick it up. 10th fastest on first lap. I like that.
Seemed like a good exit off of 4 that time.
Oh!
Wow.
Really nice pickup.
Yeah, I thought he stumbled pretty significantly on lap 1, and I didn't hear that on lap 2, so that was a great job of adjusting to what he had. Like you said earlier, Regan, about Garcia, just understanding what you have and how to fix it.
Ben Rhodes, 1 pole this season, back at Texas. When it comes to IRP, has a runner-up finish here. His best in 4 starts.
And we're seeing a trend here right now. You know, the past few trucks to go have been able to pick up on the second lap. You see Ben Rhodes getting sideways off of turn 4 there, so he's going to hope to be able to pick up maybe just a little bit here, keep it just a little more tidy on corner exits, but wasn't sure that we'd see that many guys picking up on lap 2, and we've seen that.
So far, 3 of our top 10 got it done on lap 2. Ben slowed down a bit there on his second lap.
So Rhodes good enough for 12th.
He'll be tough tonight, I believe. Oh! Gavin Bochelle gave it all it had coming to the green. He had a good practice session, too, for his first try, Regan.
Truck Series debut. I can't even imagine the nerves this young man has, and he just came out there like you said, Michael. Great showing in practice.
It's just amazing these drivers and you know, I say kids at 18 years old can come into this series and be so experienced and just know how to handle themselves at such a young age. Gavin, another one of the, you know, we've seen it time and time again over the years, and Gavin, another one of them that had a great practice, doing double duty tonight, and doing what he needs to here in this qualifying lap.
I like this lap better. See if there's speed in it. It looked like it was more tidy, but sometimes that doesn't mean it's faster. A little bit slower on lap 2.
Gavin Bichelle at 23:22. Lap 1 was best. That's good enough for 11th. And Harrison Burton, his teammate for Tricon Garage, making his first Truck Series start since Sonoma back in 2022 and his first ever at IRP.
Harrison ran a 23.68, Regan, in practice. See how that's going to compare to what he does here. We've seen quite a lot of pickup from most all these guys.
And I think, you know, Harrison's experience, right, over the years in different series, different vehicles, should help him out right here to be able to just get a little bit more out of what he had in, or out of what he had in practice.
About 4/10 there, better.
Yeah, and lap 2 already looking maybe a little bit better than lap 1 there through 1 and 2.
Which end did you find more difficult racing here? Did you like one better than the other? I always enjoyed 3 and 4 better.
Both were a challenge. If I had to pick one though, 3 and 4, I agree.
Harrison Burton completes his lap. Still to come, Ty Majeski, Lane Riggs, a couple of winners here at IRP. pretty well earlier, Michael.
Yeah, good launch to the green there for Stewart.
Stewart was
Traction.
fourth quick in practice with his mock qualifying run that he made. On the rev limiter pretty hard into turn 3 there. That's usually a good indication of carrying speed.
Second truck down into the 22-second bracket.
And I think Stewart's going to be really pleased with that lap. He's obviously going to go for 2 laps here, as everybody's going to do, but that'll set him up in a pretty good starting spot for tonight at a track that we know he's been good at and looks forward to.
Last year was impressive for Stewart here. Came home 3rd, had a penalty afterwards. You won't see that in the box scores, but certainly that speed is what matters most to Stewart.
Nice work for Friesen. Ends up 2nd there. His teammate Michael Christopher Jr. just behind him in 5th for now, as Ty Majeski looks for his 3rd pole of the season.
Did you watch that truck come down the front straightaway? It looked like he was on a pogo stick, and he's hitting his rev limiter harder than anyone. Could that mean this could be something good? Not according to the tracker, but it sounded good.
It's getting better as he gets to the end of the lap.
There's a bucket Bronco out there.
You see that? That kind of looks fun. Old country roads in Indiana.
That is a worn out racetrack.
The setups can vary pretty significantly from truck to truck. Shocks how you hold that truck down, what you do with those springs.
Well, we know over the years, Joe Shear Jr., Ty Majeski's crew chief, he likes to be aggressive with those setups, as he was, but worked out well. A 4th quickest for Ty, so another driver that's going to have a good starting spot.
Caden Honeycutt, man who's 2nd in points. 1-time winner this season already.
I talked about how fast the Chevys were early, Regan, and they're still the fastest with Sanchez, but we got a Toyota 2nd and a Ford 4th, so pretty well balanced, as probably it will be when it's all said and done.
Had their work cut out for him in practice. Honeycutt was just 26th, but there is first lap, 3rd, 23 flat.
And a nice lap for Caden. Didn't have an opportunity to make a qualifying run in practice, but we know that with he and Scott Zippadelli, this team's always going to be ready when it comes time to qualify. A little slide right there in the middle of 3 and 4, and I'm not sure that he's going to be any quicker on this lap because of that. But
and those guys, Regan, to your point, that didn't make a mock qualifying run, that's an extra set of stickers that they'll have for tonight. Is that a benefit or not?
Well, as we get closer to tonight, I think most of them are hoping that they don't need that 3rd set of tires. If they do, usually it means something's maybe not gone quite the way that they want it to during the race. But maybe a little benefit, but I don't think it'll be a huge deal.
It's such a quick race tonight.
It's a short race, so I don't see that being a factor. Just I think they were just more focused on their race runs, making sure they had the truck under them they needed in the longer haul. Times has good speed, just hasn't come together.
Fives all around after that practice run.
So good to hear Connor talking about his truck, talking about how good it was in the long run, and then was able to hop up to the top of the charts in practice with a good lap, 4th quick here.
He's chasing his teammate Nick Sanchez, who put up that big number earlier at 22.85.
That sounded like a really good turn 2 there.
I think he's going to quite be able to get to the lap that his teammate Nick Sanchez put up, but a good lap for overall, good qualifying for Connor Mozak. And what I like the most for this team is what he was saying to us after the practice session about how confident he was in the long run capability. And when you think back to Corey Day being in that truck a year ago and what he was able to do on the bottom of the racetrack at the end, they certainly have to be looking forward to that.
Landon Lewis.
Love he's got his shield up, Jamie. Look at those eyeballs. Just
so intense.
Hyper-focused. Seemed to a little bit of one hand driving there. The wheel slipping back through his hands when it got a little loose. See that? Finally able to mat it. Not the lap he was looking for. Seems like it's really loose when he tries to get to the throttle.
And we saw this out of Landon in practice. A couple times we'd hop on board that truck. The corner exits just seemed like he was always having to make a little more correction than what he might want to have to do as he was putting the power down, and that's continued in this qualifying session some.
You know, we said that this race is a quick one, short stages, 200 lapper, and I think the thing that I would take away if I don't qualify good is if I'm a crew chief, I'm gonna say, but there's plenty of room to pass. There's 3, 4, 5 different lanes down in the corners, so we're gonna give up on that qualifying effort and go racing and try to know that there's a lot of opportunities out there to make moves.
Christian Eckes, guys, just 3 drivers left to go. Former pole sitter here.
This is a team that has been wanting to qualify just a little bit better, and today they're going to accomplish that. They've been good in the races, but
second after lap 1.
Wow.
Very good lap for Christian, and have a chance to work on his truck from the front tonight, and veteran move there.
Yep.
Knew it wasn't going to be quicker. We're just going to shut it down.
Take these tires to the pit road and have 1 3/4 less of a lap than most of my competition.
And they'll start the race on these tires. So like you said, Michael, little bit fresher.
I'll take it.
Everything you can get.
Lane Riggs.
He was very confident when we talked to him about his truck.
You see he had that correction, but you really didn't hear the wheel spin or the motor rev up from that correction at all.
I think he was just steady on that throttle, holding just enough power to it. Look at him using that. He too just mostly driving with that left hand. Lets the wheel slip through the right.
Well, this is going to be a good lap, Michael.
To the top.
Yes. That kid knew what he's talking about, didn't he, Regan?
And it just, the ease at which it looked like he was doing it is
Oh.
what I love. And you see Nick Sanchez on the left side of the screen.
He said that hurts.
Oh, so close
He
for
was
Nick
on the
in
top
his
for
return.
so long.
What about Lane? He wasn't going to run 2 laps. He just got it done on lap 1, and as soon as they told him it was good enough, he said, you know, Chandler, if you can get some of that, have at it.
Have at it. Yeah.
Last driver, Lane Riggs teammate Chandler Smith. Winner last week. Can he outdo his Riggs is on it. Pole the last 2 straight races. Fastest so far with 1 driver to go.
And I like what Chandler Smith did there. Tried to maybe back up the middle of the corner just a little bit. Couldn't quite get the exit.
He's right there.
Make up that pace, but it's close.
He's right there, Regan.
Second.
He said, I got a little more in me.
Second by 5/100ths of a second. Can he find that? The blink of an eye.
Oh,
Slideways.
slippy slidey.
So close, but
Not gonna do it. For the 3rd straight race, Lane Riggs is your pole sitter. And the teammates getting it done. We knew they were going to be tough coming into IRP, and they are going to lead this field. The green coming up at 8 o'clock Eastern right here on FS1.
first and second 1 week ago at North Wilkesboro when the race ended, and they're going to swap positions and still be first and second when we started IRP later on this evening.
They call them front row motorsports, you know.
That's right.
And
A
there
lot
you
to
have
live
it.
up to it, and they lived up to it today. 3rd career front row sweep. How about all those stickers right there? Oh, they just covered it up. 4 win stickers. That's got to feel good every time you climb on board your truck.
Nice work.
See Drew Blickensderfer, part of Front Row Motorsports over there, giving him the old attaboy. That's something you'd love to get as a driver, is that attaboy.
Let's hear from our pole sitter, Amanda.
And for the third race in a row, Lane Riggs is going to start on pole. How do you just absolutely lock in for qualifying?
I was hoping my teammate wasn't going to beat me there after we had a little plan after my first lap if we thought it was good enough. Dylan told me to pull it in, and I was like, I hope Chandler doesn't beat me, so that was good. Both starting in the top 3 is really strong. I guess I got this qualifying thing figured out right now. Road courses, ovals, we just really got the qualifying speed I need, and just over the past couple of years, just learning what I need to go fast for one lap and just really capitalizing on it recently. So, yeah, great job. Bare knuckle boxing, Ford Racing, giving us the tools we need to go fast. Yeah, this is awesome. I hope we can stay up front all night long and lead every lap.
We'll see you tonight. Jamie?
Thank you, Amanda. It's going to be a good race. We talked about how short and sweet it'll be, but this is how they will line up. Talked about the front row. Nick Sanchez in there, certainly somebody to watch.
Such a great story for Nick to come back to the Truck Series and have the start and be up front. He's going to have an opportunity tonight if he can do something with the front row trucks to possibly win.
Yeah. Always want to keep your eye on Ty Majeski. We know he's going to be strong tonight. Gavin Michelle get his first start. Landon Lewis.
We know he'll be going forward at some point.
He was 3 straight top 5s for that kid. And there's Harrison Burton.
Had a lot of experience with that young man. See what he can do with it. Got Connor Daly in there. He's going to have his cheer squad around him tonight.
And really impressed with Connor Daly's lap, what he was able to do to pick up the second lap and how his practice session went.
Tony Breidinger there, row 16. We had 38 truckers for 36 spots. And the 2 that failed to qualify, Jonathan Schaefer and Justin Carroll. All right, boys, looking forward to it tonight. Coming up here shortly. Who's your pick? I'm going to put you on the spot.
I don't think I could pick against Lane Riggs right now based on how this qualifying session went, but I can tell you what I am looking forward to is the short track racing. This is going to be exciting tonight. You see the fans starting to file in for the race, and Michael, there is nothing like back-to-back-to-back short track racing that we have right now.
Especially at IRP. Just one of the most fun racetracks we go to all season long. I'm going to pick Ty Majeski. You put me on the spot.
Okay.
I think he's going to get up there and get it done.
I like it. All right, lots of racing action still to come. The ARCA race coming up at 5:30 Eastern right here on FS1. And, of course, tune in for the truck race, 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll have everything covered for you. Until then, I'm Jamie Little. We'll see you back here at 8 o'clock. Congratulations to that man, Lane Riggs. He captures the pole.